earlier today talking about the KPA versus Sporting. Not even earlier today, like yesterday, I made a video talking about that matchup, and even I made a post earlier today talking about that too. That KPA versus Sporting game, I feel like it's just going to be a very difficult game. I analyzed it in depth, and I went and made a video talking about the whole situation that goes around this game, and if KPA are not able to succeed in this toughest test that they have right now, I don't think they'll ever be able to say that they're the real contenders. Because even I saw news I saw a news article from FIBA talking about this whole situation. So the title reads, which team is running the Africa Women's Basketball League in Alexandria? So we had REG. REG right now, I can say they're just on that level. They're 4-0 in the group. They made quick work of the Equity Hawks, and they beat even Interclub. And that Interclub game was very, very interesting to watch. And they just have a very good team, and they have actually recruited 2 WNBA players in the squad. And given the way they go about the ball game, they just know what they're doing in there, and it's something that you enjoy just watching REG play, because systematic offense. There's a team that plays a lot of defense. They know how to select shots. They have all the tools to show they are a pro basketball team, something that neither KP or Equity are. And also the Alexandria Sporting team, they are also sitting pretty there, because I feel like it runs through the A Sporting. If KP are able to beat A Sporting, that means that they can be able to take apart any other big team that they're going to face. So given that situation, I am not that confident in KPA's offense, because I've seen the way they play. It's just a lot of hot potato basketball, and also sideways passing. They don't want to advance the ball inside. They don't want to attack. So that's one thing that I've seen with KPA in there. And A Sporting are a team that just exploits their flaws, and they did that very well, especially last year in the Zone 5 championship last year in the finals, and also the Africa Women's Cup last year when they met in the quarterfinals. And also just to mention, KPA and A Sporting just have a history. You could see what they did last year. They knocked KPA in the quarterfinals, and they went ahead to win it all. So you could see A Sporting are very good, and even the games that they've had, this is a team that is yet to take a loss, and these are 2 unbeaten teams. So 1-0 has got to go, and I feel like the KPA's loss will come, and this is the first team that is going to deliver the first loss. If KPA lose to this team, I don't think that they can make even a podium finish. Honestly, they can't do that. KPA, they just want to prove that they belong to among the elite teams, which it's debatable, because this is not a team that is that dominant. They only know how to beat below average teams. I mean, there's no structure in their offense. They play defense. The stars don't know their roles on the team. They brought in an acquisition. They brought in a foreign player in there that doesn't even contribute anything to basketball wise. And you can even see even released a graphic showing this player very excited after scoring 0 points. She didn't even contribute in the last game that KPA played. Despite the result, she was just unplayable in there. And I honestly feel investing in such a player, and given the fact that there are resources spent on that player, and by virtue of that player being there, locks out the opportunity for another player to be able to play those minutes and get that roster spot. It's not a good look, honestly, for an organization. And this shows you these quote unquote top teams in our country. I know they are top teams because the women's division is weak. Even I made a video talking about the women's division. I don't trust them to be able to groom talent, because they just win now. It's all about a win now mentality that the team just has. They just want to win now, and forget about the whole creating like the creating like a place where an athlete can be able to like learn and do something. So honestly, this win now strategy of getting like foreigners to do the dirty work for you isn't gonna cut it, because you tried last year with Ifunanya Okoro. Okay, you had some success domestically, but after even you got her, like you won the KBF title, and when you got her, she could only take you to the she only take you to the quarterfinals. And this whole idea of the KPA players just deferring to the new players that have come in, and the new players don't even understand the culture of the team. I know the organization is an independent entity, but there are things that you just cannot hide. You just cannot bring a player and you think that they're just going to, you just plug them in and just going to fix anything. So honestly, it's not a good look for a team, and this is not even encouraging any player to even join the KPA team or even the Equity Hawks team. And for your information, even made a post talking about like the two acquisitions that REG had. I feel like REG, they have a blend of both, like getting quality players, not only getting quality players, but also utilizing the players that are already on the roster and having even more young players in the squad. So this is a well-run organization and a well-run team, as opposed to KPA. KPA just win now. They don't care about making sure that they keep their talent and groom their talent well for such opportunities. They just feel like, because we've got the resources, let's just grab the players in there. So honestly, that's not a good culture you're setting for the team. And even going into like domestic leagues, and even after this whole contest, the foreign players are all gonna go away. All this money and all that time you've invested in putting up the players there, putting those foreign players there, they're not gonna be there in the long term, because short-term success will just blind you to making mistakes in the end. So honestly, and also no one will be able to even want to associate with the organization if you carry on like that. So KPA, they want to show you like they're in elite company, but until they beat a team unless they beat Interclub, unless they beat a Sporting, or unless they beat REG here, not the version of REG in Zone 5, this iteration of REG, until they beat that team, until they beat this version of REG, that's when they'll be in elite status. Other than that, they're just a team that knows how to beat below average teams. And this is not a shot to them, it's just it's just how it is. And today is that day that they're going to be tested, and if they don't pass this test, they will not make the podium. They won't have a podium finish, and they'll have themselves to blame. I feel like in this game we're going to have only 7 players playing. Given the magnitude of this game, I don't think a lot of players are going to play. The garbage minutes that some players are used to playing, they're not gonna get them, and I expect about 4 or 5 DNPs, because this game is just going to be so intense. You will see 3 to 4 players are going to play north of 30 minutes. So if they play more than 30 minutes, that means other players are not going to get time to play, and the offense and defense will be put to the test. So the players that can't play defense and they think that they can score, let's see what they can do here. Let's see what these imports can do, because you can see Antoine Bannister should not be able to do anything. Hold on a bit.